Hello there, it's Sarah from Paper Lovely. Thanks for joining me today. I have got a Watercolor Wednesday for you, and today I'm using an image from Stamping Bella. This guy is called Oddball Frankenstein. And I'm going to stamp him out on a panel from Fabriano 140 pound hot press watercolor paper. And I'm using my Simon Says Stamp black ink pad. So I've also pulled out my trusty Gansai Tambi watercolor palette and my Santa Fe brushes, and I'm going to go ahead here and get this guy colored in. So for those of you who enjoy the process, I have left the majority of it in, just cutting out the spots where I dry him in between switching colors and layers. And for those of you who would like to skip ahead and just watch me finish the card, you'll want to go to around the 6-minute mark. Okay, so now that my coloring is completed, I'm going to use my MFT Blueprints 32 frame die to trim out my front panel. This will measure 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then I wanted to add a little bit of texture here. So I've pulled in some of this webbing. I picked this up at the dollar store, and I'm just going to wrap this around the card to give a little bit of texture, just for a little something different. I'm really obsessed with this webbing this year. I kind of want to put it on everything. So I did secure a few of those edges down just using some score tape so that didn't move around too much on me. And then here I've layered the entire back of that panel with some Scotch foam tape so that will catch the rest of the fuzzies there. I'm sorry, I accidentally stuck something on top of my remote and zoomed in, but luckily we caught the majority of what I was working on here. So I have peeled away the backing and I've placed this panel down on top of my card base. This card base is made from MFT's Limelight. And there I caught my mistake, so I have gone ahead and zoomed out a little more for you. I have trimmed apart this sentiment. It reads, "Is it Halloween yet?" And I'm going to stamp this out on some black licorice cardstock. I'll go ahead and hit that here with my anti-static powder tool. And then I will stamp this with some Versamark ink. Finally finishing that up then with some Simon Says Stamp Fine Detail White Embossing Powder. And I've gone ahead and trimmed each of those out, just spacing these out to see how I'd like them on the front of the card. And once I'm happy, I'm going to add some art glitter glue behind there and press everything into place. For the inside, I've got a Nina panel trimmed to 3 3/4 by 5 inches, just to match my front panel. And I'm going to finish this up by stamping just a portion of the stamp again. I'm using some Lawn Fawn Juice Box ink. I wanted to pull in a little bit more purple from his shirt on the front. I will add some ATG to the back of that, and then go ahead and place that on the inside of my card base. Just giving you a good look here at that texture and dimension. And that will complete the card for today. Here are a few close-ups of the finished card. In the description box below, you'll find my blog post, which has additional photos and links to the supplies I used. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment or a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.